right hand. Oh, and he takes it with the right, and that is a clean knockdown. And the crowd comes alive.
On the punchline, Jeff Fenech offered $1 million to fight arch-rival Azuma Nelson. Promoter Bill Mordy announces the Fenech title fight exclusively on Premier Sports.
But there is a very good chance that in the very near future, a young man called Jeffrey Fenech might be boxing on this mat.
Cruiserweight Ted Kofi's sweet revenge with a sensational grudge match against Phil Gregory.
Well, if looks could kill, you certainly saw them both really staring there, the eye of the tiger in both fighters.
Aussie Joe Bugner ready to rumble, but Britain's Boxing Council says he's past it. And a second chance for Sydney's Kevin Kelly. He'll fight again for the title he says was stolen.
Oh! Hyatt's got it!
No way.
Hyatt's got it! Oh, that is a surprise.
All this and more on the punchline.
Hello and welcome to another action-packed show. We've seen some terrific boxing on Premier Sports this week, and we'll have all the highlights as well as exclusive coverage of the Australian Boxing News Awards. First, let's check who's been making news in the world of boxing. And Jeff Fenech is on target to meet his old foe Azuma Nelson thanks to a $1.3 million offer by promoter Bill Mordy. If Fenech agrees to the fight, it will be held in Australia in June. Bill Mordy revealed the offer during our live coverage of Monday's Premier Ringside Seats.
We can't announce it exclusively, but there's a young man in the audience that I'm in litigation with in court, and whatever is happening here tonight doesn't deter that. But there is a very good chance that in the very near future, a young man called Jeffrey Fenech might be boxing on this mat.
What a fight. Aussie Joe Bugner has been rejected in his bid to challenge for the Commonwealth heavyweight title in March. The Boxing Council refused to list the 45-year-old among potential contenders, but Aussie Joe is fighting again. This Friday he takes on American Wes Turner in Perth. The comeback king spoke to us exclusively from the West.
I've had fantastic training for this one. The preparation has been great because originally I thought I was going to fight sometime just before December, so I've been in full training for quite some time now, and I've never been happier as far as my conditioning.
Your bid to challenge for the Commonwealth heavyweight title has been rejected. Now, what does that mean to you now?
Well, for one thing, I'm very, very disappointed as regarding to John Morris, the British Boxing Board of Control Secretary, because I think, first of all, what I think Australia's got to realise is that this man has gone out of his way to insult Australia, not by talking about Joe Bugner, but by saying that the Australian heavyweight champion is absolutely regardless. That to me is an offence because, I mean, if you're a national champion of any nation, you should be given the credit that you do. And the guy has, this John Morris has totally disregarded that. So I'm very upset in that line.
No, you can't keep a good Bugner down, folks. Good news for Australia's former junior middleweight boxing champion Kevin Kelly. He's won the right to a rematch with Englishman Chris Pipe, the man who took his title in an astounding decision last November. Kelly filed a protest and has now been promised a rematch before May 30th. Let's have a look at the last moments of that controversial fight and the reaction from Kevin Kelly and his trainer, George Reno.
And Kelly's finishing very strongly here inside the last 10 seconds. He's cut below the eye and above the eye at this stage. A really shocking looking cut above his eye. Blood dripping out of it, almost falls to the floor. Feels sure. I feel sure. Oh! Hyatt's got it!
No way.
Hyatt's got it! Oh! That is a surprise. There you have it. Well, we did say boxing scoring is subjective, but I feel that Dave Paris was way off the mark there.
The fight was going along smoothly, you know. Kevin done what he had to do to win the fight, and I thought he'd done enough to win the fight. I thought he won it convincingly, you know. Like, he didn't knock the guy out, but you just boxed superbly, and the counter punch beautiful, and speed, skill, you know, just made quite miss bad, and he paid for it. And you can see, you know, the cut eye and the bumps and bruises he had after the fight.
Really, I'm just sort of trying to focus on a rematch, and that's what we want. It'll be, you know, very disappointing if we don't get a rematch. I think we deserve one, and not only I need it as a boxer to get back on top of that, but I think a lot of the public want to see it too.
And we'll get to see that. IBF heavyweight champion Francois Botha is almost certain to be stripped of his title after testing positive for a banned steroid. There's likely to be a rematch between Botha and Axel Schultz later this year. And in one of the fastest title fights ever, American Bernard Hopkins floored Steve Frank just 24 seconds into the first round of the IBF middleweight challenge. The man they call the Executioner let loose a right uppercut to the chin, only his fourth punch of the fight. And the latest World Boxing Council rankings have just been released. The heavyweight champion, Britain's Frank Bruno, is scheduled to meet Mike Tyson in March in what's shaping up to be one of the great fights of the year. Who can forget the last time they met in Las Vegas in 1989?
He was hit with some big punches in that exchange. Another right to the head by Tyson. He goes for two left uppercuts and a right to the head. And he's letting them go from all angles now. Bruno stumbling. Tyson had him on the ropes and a right and left to the head by the champion. There will be no standing count. It's got to be a knockdown for a count. A left to the head by Tyson. And in the event of a knockdown, the count will continue past the time of the bell. So the bell cannot save the fighter. Bruno's bleeding freely from the nose now. Left hand jab by Tyson. He misses with the right hand. A furious fifth round by the champion, who looked just a slightly hesitant early, but he's no sign of hesitation now. Hook to the head by Tyson. Right by Tyson. Bruno covering up. An uppercut by Tyson. The referee's going to stop it. The referee has stopped it. And Tyson is still the champion of the world, stopping Frank Bruno in the fifth round.
And finally, on a sad note, US boxing promoter Dan Juva has died in a New York hospital after a battle with cancer. Over the past 15 years, Juva Promotions have had some of the biggest fights in history, Leonard versus Hearns and the Holyfield Bowe trilogy, to name but a few. Juva is survived by his wife and 3 children. Well, top cruiserweight Ted Kofi had a short but sweet victory over old rival Phil Gregory at South Sydney Juniors. Gregory couldn't go past the third round because of a suspected broken hand. Premier All-Star Sports broadcast the fight live. Here are the highlights.
Johnny Wright, the referee, Ted Kofi and Phil Swifty Gregory. This should be a beauty. Gregory in the white and red trunks. Banging left by Ted Kofi, and down goes Swifty Gregory. And Gregory taking the 8 count. A banging left, a short left by Kofi. A beautiful punch by Kofi. And Gregory didn't know what hit him. A great punch by Gregory. A great punch by Kofi. Gregory now is going to have a battle to get through round 1.
Well, what a start, Peter, from Ted Kofi. He said this was personal. He's waited 2 years for this, and he was straight into action. An excellent left hand. And Phil Gregory will do well to stay on his feet here in round number 1.
Yeah, he certainly will. He looks absolutely puzzled there by that punch on a banging right from Kofi.
This is the quickest fight.
Yeah, keep it up, says the referee. Referee Johnny Wright warns Kofi to keep his punches up. That was a bit low, but Gregory just wanting to get through this round 1 after going down in the opening seconds. A damaging left from Ted Kofi. Didn't travel that far, just a left hook, and down he went right in the blue corner. We've had 2 boxers go through the side of the rope here. There's a small apron, and both these boxers will do well to just watch their footing when they're up against the ropes, like Gregory was just a few moments ago.
He's all business tonight, Ted Kofi.
Yes, certainly is. Looks good. Gregory is, I think the cobwebs are gone now, and he's okay. Great start to this fight by Ted Kofi. Come on.
It was only 5 weeks ago that Phil Gregory surrendered his Australian Cruiserweight title to Peter Kinsella in Western Australia. He fractured his hand in the process just 5 weeks ago. Ted Kofi going to work to the body.
And almost another low blow by Kofi. He's got to watch that. Oh, and down goes Kofi. And the referee, Johnny Wright, using it, yes, saying it was a slip. But gee, hit the canvas hard. Banging right there by Swifty Gregory. So we're seeing plenty of drama, plenty of action on Premier Ringside seats. And the big fellas go up. Banging right by Kofi. And Gregory. He's injured Gregory. Gregory doing well too. See up the round. 15 seconds remaining in the round. Ted Kofi a banging right after having Gregory down early in the fight. And banging out the left now is Gregory. Gregory hanging on by the skin of his teeth in round one. And he's through the ropes at the end of the round. A great round by Ted Kofi. Okay, let's have a look at it. Here's the left. Well, that appeared not to hit him on the chin. That did not hit him on the chin. It virtually hit him on the chest.
Well, in replay, Peter, it certainly opens up other possibilities, doesn't it? Because he didn't appear to be hit flush, but he went down as though, and he's down again.
Well, he's down genuinely this time. Dynamic start by Ted Kofi.
He can't get his legs to work.
No. He won't see out this round.
I think about 30 seconds is going to be all over.
Yeah, he doesn't look good. Swifty Gregory about, I think, to hit the canvas again. And Kofi going after him.
Low blow by Ted Kofi.
He's been warned again.
Well, he's using up valuable time. He's giving Gregory time to recover while the referee cautions him.
No punching power by Gregory then.
No, his legs appeared gone. The rip to the body, I think, did the damage. And now Gregory having trouble keeping his hands up. He's in real trouble against Ted Kofi. Kofi, superb physique. There's a left by Gregory. And then hanging on by Gregory. Throws the left again. Right by Gregory. Kofi looking for the big one. Right again by Kofi. I'm amazed Kofi's let him off the hook a bit here.
I was just thinking the same thing, Peter. He has let him off the hook.
He's hit him with the right again. Kofi going in now, left and right. But covering up well Gregory. Gregory appears to be dazed as again Kofi goes after him in the red corner. 1 minute 24 seconds remaining in round two. Down in the first round, down in the second round has been Swifty Gregory.
Ted Kofi spent time at the Kronk Gym in Detroit. Has been influenced by Dennis Andres. And at the moment is fighting like Dennis Andres. Very impressive start. Phil Gregory, though, now starting to come back with us.
He's let him off the hook, Ted Kofi. He should have jumped right on him, but...
Yeah, that low blow again, as in the first round, it gave a very dazed Gregory time to recuperate. I don't think that it's going to make any difference in the long run. He appears to be way out of this after the first couple of rounds. And there's Kofi going after him again. It's almost a non-plus look by Swifty Gregory. And Ted Kofi looking to repeat his victory of 2 years ago. To reverse his decision 2 years ago.
Well, he's come back a little bit in the later part of this round. You know, he's definitely been let off the hook for this round.
Certainly has. A left to finish the round by Swifty Gregory, who was very uneasy on his feet early in round two. Down in the both first and second rounds has been Swifty Gregory.
Kofi is the IBO World Cruiserweight Champion and looking very much the aggressor here.
Because at the moment, he's in real trouble.
That's another low blow.
Yeah, that was not as low as the other ones, but certainly brought the attention of referee Johnny Wright again. No sting in Gregory's punches now.
He looks intimidated this early stage. Kofi knocked down in round 1 and knocked down in round 2, and he's after him again.
He certainly is. A left, a swinging right, misses by Kofi. Gregory hanging on for dear life, pushes Kofi away. Ted Kofi and Swifty Gregory. Gregory down in round 1, down in round 2, and now in the early stages of round 3 with it all to do. A good left lead by Gregory. A left lead by Kofi in reply. Left by Gregory again. He's got to keep poking out that left to keep Kofi at bay. Can he keep doing it though? Kofi ready to walk through Gregory's punches. A banging right by Gregory.
He looks in good shape, Ted Kofi.
Well, he's loading up, Shannon, looking for the target. The big right hand is going to be his weapon.
I think he's looking for the knockout. I think he needs to relax, and he'll come if, you know, you can hit a guy all night, you know, looking for a knockout, and it just won't happen. They come naturally.
I agree. He didn't expect it early, and he put him down. He should have finished him in round 2. And, well, Gregory's done well.
He's doing a lot better this round, Phil Gregory.
Yeah, he has. He's hanging in there, and, well, the further the fight goes, I think he'll probably say, well, you've thrown your best at me. I've beaten you before. You're going to have to beat me. I'm going to beat you again. But a lot of work to do before that can happen for Swifty Gregory. At the moment, trying to seemingly stave off that KO. He's lost the opening 2 rounds 10-8 by virtue of knockdowns, and he's got to get back into this fight somehow. Right by Kofi, and he backs away, Gregory. Left right again by Kofi. Right by Gregory on the retreat. Oh, he's hurt his hand. I think that's the hand that he hurt in that fight in Perth you're talking about, John Casey.
Yes, just 5 weeks ago, and obviously that has shaken up the right hand of Phil Gregory. Only 5 weeks ago, very little time for him to recover.
Was it the right hand? I think the right hand's damaged. We saw him grimace there. Oh, a right by Kofi, the end of round 3, and holding the right arm up. And he's damaged that right hand, no doubt about it.
Look how he's my right.
I think the fight's going to be stopped. I don't think he can continue.
He's broken his right hand, so he's going to stop.
He's going to stop. There it is from referee Johnny Wright to Dr. Lou Lewis. The fight is over. He has damaged the right hand. The fight is over. He cannot continue. Kofi looking, wanting to know what's going on.
Swifty Gregory has withdrawn from the bout, and the winner becomes Ted Kofi.
He was quicker than I anticipated once again. I did underestimate him a little bit. He was jabbing well, he was moving well. But what I wanted to do was knock him out, and we'll knock him out convincingly. So, with all due respect to him, he's a good fighter, but I'd like to give him another shot, make it number 3, retreat or revenge.
You know, that fight could prove to be a turning point in Ted Kofi's career. Trainer George Reno tells me that Kofi is now in line to challenge Britain's Commonwealth Cruiserweight champion Chris Okoh. Still to come, the Australian Boxing News Awards, plus more highlights from Monday night's boxing. And welcome back. Australian Boxing News has presented awards to outstanding fighters and promoters in a ceremony on Monday night. Following the success of the presentations, the awards could become an annual event.
Ladies and gentlemen, your particular attention would be appreciated as presentations are about to be made from ring centre, identifying and also giving appreciation to those who during 1995 contributed so much to Australian professional boxing. The trainer of the year, he had genuine success in so many areas, taking Johnny Marcetta to Close to the Heights, and Kevin Kelly to an Australian, and a Commonwealth Championship, George Reno.
Thanks, Bill. I'd like to present this award to the Promoter of the Year. Belongs to Bill Morty and his company Fight Vision, and in conjunction with Premier All-Star Sports. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's probably the first award I've ever had in my life. I'd like to say thank you, but more importantly, I have to say thank you to the public who support us, the people who come to support the athletes that we bring to television.
Garth Cushion, Johnny Marcetta, the fight of 1995.
Congratulations, Johnny. We can only look forward to more fights put on by Bill Morty and Fight Vision, and I don't think we'll ever see another one as good as that one.
No, it was a great fight, but you know, I still think I won that fight. You know, I don't want to put the judges down, but I got denied in that fight. You know, the first 6 rounds I won so easy. I knocked the champion down the first round, then suddenly I broke my hand, and you know, it was just going uphill. You know, fighting with a broken hand. Every time I hit him, it was sore. But it was a great fight, and you know, I was actually supposed to fight Garth Cushion last October. He pulled out. I was supposed to fight him next week in Adelaide. He pulled out again, and I got told that he's going to get stripped of the Australian title. So it'll become vacant, and I'll probably fight for the vacant title, or I might fight back in London where I fought my last fight.
He is currently the champion of a division where he was forced to vacate. That was the junior welterweight. He has been campaigning in more recent times as a welterweight, but still yearns to box as a junior welterweight with inflammatory feelings to again meet Kostya Tszyu, and should he continue on his victorious way, it is possible that contest will come to Australia in November of this year. But there's a great deal of space between now and then, but that is the vision that Bill Morty has. The one who was adjudged Fighter of the Year in Australia for 1995, opposing Kostya Tszyu with Kostya's World Junior Welterweight Championship at stake, Shannon Taylor.
Thank you. You know, it's many people to thank for this award. It's an honour to give an award. In the year of 1995, Australia had an extreme year in boxing, and you know, 12 in the top 30 of the world, never been done before in Australian boxing. And you know, it's an honour to get this award with, you know, with such a year in Australian boxing. And you know, I've got to thank Premier Sports and Bill Morty for picking me up earlier in the year and giving me a chance, you know, to prove myself, you know, as a real chance of getting a world title for Australia. And I thank Bill Morty and Premier Sports for that. I'd like to thank my family, my girlfriend, my trainer Bill Corbett, many hours that we've spent over the last 3-4 years to get to where we are today. And you know, I thank him very, very much. And I'd also like to thank my sponsors. You know, without them, I wouldn't be able to do it. And
a very grateful Shannon Taylor, a man they dubbed the Bulleye Blaster. And now congratulations to all the winners. And talking of winners, there were more on Monday night. The undercard saw some good fight action. Here's a look at how they went.
Both boxers missing with a left, but then a good right by Danny Boy Pearce, and Juicy Puny comes back, and he wants to rumble, and oh, he's thrown the right, but he's left to the body too by Danny Boy Pearce. Right, is Puny loading up now, and he is hitting hard, and Danny Boy Pearce on the bike, and backing away, and well he might, because Puny's throwing punches at will. Seth still calling for the bolo. There's the bolo, right up. Oh, great right from Puny, and back with the head of Pearce.
He loves that uppercut, Peter.
There certainly does, and it was right on the button.
The winner by a split decision, Danny Boy Pearce.
Maitland loading it up and bangs it into the side of the body. Another right by Maitland. He has his opponent in the neutral corner, and a couple of good right hands by Todd Maitland. And I'm sure he's got the, great right to the, virtually just under the throat by Maitland on his opponent Hoskins. Hoskins stuck into action again.
We've got a bit of a fight on the hands now.
Yeah, we certainly have.
Really heating up.
That was a great right. Just above us, and he slipped out of the ring. His back leg has gone out of the ring here.
He's hurt it too.
And he might have twisted an ankle. Now that was unfortunate. He raced back there. He looks as though he's twisted his knee. They're going to call the doctor in. You're on Premier Ringside seats. Nice right hand by Maitland again. A terrific short right, and he's in trouble. Daniel Hoskins, for the first time in the fight, he appears in real trouble. Another right by Todd Maitland. Maitland ramming home the advantage, the boy from Nico. A right over the top by Maitland again. He's going after his opponent now. He has him in the red corner, and he's banging away to the body. Referee McMahon. There's a right again, a banging right. He's in trouble now, Hoskins. Left and right, a banging right misses. This time from Maitland. Maitland, if looks could kill, then he is the assassin as he goes after his opponent here.
Unanimous points winner, Todd McAloon.
Two-man war, and have a go at the bald man with a ponytail. Joey Dryden, the Hamilton Hammer, going full bore. Yeah, back went the head of Rod Preisel. There was a stinging right hand.
He's looking worse for wear this round, Rod.
Preisel's done well to stay on his feet. Every time he hits Dryden, Dryden takes it and comes back double dose.
Well, he's fearless, Joey Dryden, prepared to take some punishment, but so is Rod Preisel.
There's another headbutt.
It's all over, mate.
And he stopped the fight.
Yeah, it's disqualified.
Disqualified him.
Disqualified Joe Dryden.
As I said, Bruno's just madness.
Well, Dryden hopped straight out of the ring, and he's gone straight to the dressing room. And he's disqualified him for headbutting, and the fight goes to Rod Preisel. So the warning was given, and the referee has stopped the fight for repeated headbutting from Joe Dryden, who really was in front. And you said it, Shannon Taylor, there was no need for him to do it. Referee Brian McMahon had warned him. He'd taken a point off him in the previous round. He had warned him, and he stopped the fight.
And the bell's gone for us. That's all we've got time for today. Hope you enjoyed the show. Caroline Searcy will be back with a weekend edition of The Punchline on Saturday at the slightly later time of 9 p.m. Have a good week.
Let's get ready to rumble!